Hello and welcome to this pick a card reading for the week ahead. There are 3 piles to choose from, 1, 2 and 3, with timestamps in the description box below so you can skip ahead to whichever pile that you pick. Take a moment, tune in to the center of your heart, tune into that inner world and see which one you are the most drawn to. That is where you will get the guidance that you need for the coming week. I also offer one-to-one readings. If you'd like to reach out, I would absolutely love to get you booked in, and I will see you in your reading. Pile 1, if you picked this tarot deck, the Stained Glass Tarot, this will be the reading for you. We're actually going to start off with an oracle card first before we delve into the tarot. So let's see what wants to come forwards for you for the week ahead. We have Diving for Light. So this is a card that always draws to me in the sense of like saying diving into those shadows. We are diving for light in the sense that we have to go into the dark depths, that shadow place, that darkness to find the light. So there's this aspect of really digging in deep this week, really going down to the depths of your soul, of your being, of your shadows, and really seeking the light there, finding that spark. And we have a full moon this week, which is all about like releasing. It's always the end of something. Release it off, release what doesn't serve you so that you can move forwards. So with this diving for light, this feeling of this aspect of really pushing through, because the full moon's at the beginning of the week, with whatever needs to like just leave you at this time, so that you can activate the spark, the sunshine, that light to move forwards with for the rest of the week. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Okay, so we have the King of Pentacles in the reverse, the Five of Pentacles, the Six of Swords in reverse, and then the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Interesting that we have this like holding here of the King and the Queen of the Pentacles, but both upside down on their thrones. And then this imagery here of these figures, this masculine and this feminine in that Five of Pentacles. And the Five of Pentacles is a card that is all about insecurity and worry. It's a card about being left outside in the cold. And that aspect of like they are seeking light. So in the Rider-Waite, this is usually people outside of a church, and they're outside in the cold where there is this stained glass window, which is their sanctuary, but they're stuck outside of it. And it's interesting that coming out with this diving for light aspect. So it may feel like at the beginning of the week, and it may already feel like within your reality, that you feel like stuck out in the cold, stuck in poverty, stuck in worry, stuck in insecurity, isolated from some sort of safekeeping, isolated from the light. And it's going to be all about bringing you towards that light this week and bringing yourself into a place of security. Because with both of this King and Queen in the upside down, they're in insecure positions. They are not comfortable upside down. We always want kings and queens on their thrones in their power in the upright. So there's an imbalance. There is a lack of control, or potentially like domineering, too much control going on with the King of Pentacles in the reverse. So it's definitely about this finding balance this week, seeking the light and finding a space where you can actually bring yourself to sanctuary. This week we've got the Six of Swords in the reverse also, and this is a card that is all about carrying baggage and like a feeling of not being able to move on, because this is our mental landscape. So these fears, this worries that weigh in our head that we can't possibly move on, we can't make it out of the darkness, we can't find the light, we can't find the sanctuary, whatever it may be. And that will be this seeking this week. So I would really utilize the full moon, because full moons, as I said, are about release. They are that like ending stage, so you get rid of what doesn't serve you so you can move forwards in a more positive light. And this one is a full moon in Aries, and Aries is the beginning of the zodiac. So there's this element here of this, like, this new beginning, this fresh start, really wanting to start for you. But there's this like escaping, like really getting through the darkness, really actively like looking up and seeking the light. So these figures in the normal Rider-Waite tarot are like out in the cold, but they're not realizing that the stained glass window of this light, this sanctuary beckoning them home, is above them, and they just kind of need to look up to see it. So an element here this week of really looking, really seeing, like seeing the light, seeing the opportunity, so that you can bring yourself out of this stationary stuckness that you've been in. We want the Six of Swords in the upright, where it is a transition, where the boat is sailing from one shore to the next. It's a rite of passage, and it's kind of stuck in the reverse. This feeling of I can't move on, I can't move to that other shore, but you have to. So whatever shore you are stuck on, is not safe anymore. It is not offering you what it needs to offer you. It's not the place you need to be. We need to go to the other shore. We need to transition across. So you need to like leave the position you're in, leave what doesn't serve you behind, because it's keeping you, hanging off your throne upside down. And we want these in their PowerPoints. We want to move towards a position where you feel secure and powerful and abundant, really grounded, and they're just not when they're in the upside down. So let's get you some more cards for the week. So we have the letting go, which came out in the reverse. So I will turn it the right way up, but the fact it came out in the reverse is indicating this Six of Swords, this resistance to this change. So really sit with yourself and see why this worry and fear and this resistance to move to the new shore is there. Sometimes it's just about acknowledging it and doing it anyway. And sometimes it's actually about seeking what's there. Sometimes we don't know why we're feeling so stuck. So really lean into it and utilize this full moon to let go, so you can open new doorways for you. And I promise you, in that letting go, even if it's uncomfortable, even if it's unwanted in your reality, through it you will find the light. Through it you will find the freedom that your soul desperately seeks, that you really do want at a more in-depth level, even if you're not aware of it in your like waking life. Ooh. So we have the new moon in Taurus. Prosperity lies ahead. It does, that light. We've got disseminating moon with take time to breathe out, and then don't let the past hold you back with the south node. So this releasing aspect really, really coming through for you, this letting go. If we stay stuck in the past, if we stay stuck on the shore, we will be stuck in the past. We'll be staying in old karmic loops. We will keep repeating the same patterns. And there's an opportunity here this week to really like sever ties and cut ties with that, because prosperity does lie ahead, this new moon. So we're in a full moon this week. 2 weeks becomes a new moon. So it's entering you into a new cycle, where when you get to this new moon period, then this light will be there, this prosperity, and it's really grounded. Taurus is an earth sign, and we've got a lot of earth here with the pentacles. So trust in the light that is on the other side, but you do have to journey through. You do have to get into your boat and sail across to the other shores. You have to let go. And we've got the take time to breathe out. So really just allow this process. Really go inward. Spend some time with this. Like take a moment, take the pause, so that you can really work with this to free yourself. Like this isn't a rush. We've got so much pentacles and earthly stuff here, and earth is slow moving energy. It's for your emotional release. We've got this water as well here depicted in these cards. So it's really about that heart space. And don't let the feelings that are coming through your heart and that worry that is stemming from that heart of whatever is there hold you back. We want to release the South Node aspects so that you can move forwards. There's so much brightness on offer to you. There is so much light if you just trust, if you let go, if you trust in the transition and make movements away from where you're at now, away from what you're stuck in. Cannabis detachment. And look at this same imagery here, this female figure rising up here, and the same here with this masculine figure rising up here. There really is this release for you on a very deep level to detach from what is holding you back. And mandrake, sensuality. And sensuality always then brings me back into earth elements, because the earth element is so of the body. It's so about like being within your body, finding the body, in touch with it, touching it, that sensual aspect of the humanness, that feeling, that pleasure that can come through. And it really does feel like with this release aspect, this letting go, this figure is like born and blooming with this like beautiful crown head, and with these upside down king and queens. This is saying like this is going to rebirth you in a way that is going to give you that level of like security and comfort, thrown in the upright, really empowering uprising. So really trust in it. The biggest thing, the biggest word that just keeps coming into my head is trust. Trust, trust, trust. And you'll really be guided in ways that will benefit you. See if there's anything practical that wants to come through to assist you this week. We have the watering can. So, and time. So the watering can, asking for help and sharing burdens. So releasing where you're at, but this doesn't have to be a solo journey this week. Call on friends for support, call on your therapist for support, call on your holistic healers for support. Share the burden of the weight of what is keeping you on that shore. And then so get the support. It's like, so the Six of Swords is a card that is a depiction of this boat going from one shore to the other. And that imagery of like, you're in the boat, or you need to get yourself in the boat, but you need that help to push you away from that shore and off to the next one. So really call in support this week. Get what, you know, book yourself in for sessions and, you know, have coffee with friends, whatever it may be. Don't do it alone. Let people nourish and nurture you and help you and assist you. Because it's all about this sowing, planning, setting intentions, and optimism, finding the light. And look at this little spark, this seed, but it's within the soil, it's within the darkness, but it will grow like this. So really trust in it and spend some time of really positive thinking this week, setting these intentions, doing positive affirmations, positive visualizations. And it could just be that the visualization is literally visualizing light. You could visualize the life you want on the other side of that shore, whatever works for you. Visualization is a personal affair, so do what is good for you. And then we have time here. So we've got the heart chakra coming through here, but time, this take time to breathe out. This, you know, be patient this week. Just allow everything, really, really like use the week to have this presence and self-awareness so that you can really grow. There's so much root aspect coming through here in the imagery. So like, it's that like really beginning part, but in the letting go, what you're doing is ensuring that whatever these, you know, you're planting seeds that will then reach up towards the light. So just trust in that, lean into the dark spaces, lean into the discomfort, and release what doesn't serve you this week. I hope this helps. Please let me know in the comments. I absolutely love hearing from you. Like, share, subscribe, do all of those things. It really helps and I truly appreciate it. And if you would like to reach out for an in-depth personalized one-to-one reading, because please do remember these are collective, then my details are in the description box below, and I'll see you in my next reading. Pile 2, if you picked the Cosmic Garden Tarot, this is the reading for you. We're going to get a oracle card to start, and then we'll move into the tarot. So for the week ahead, we have Beyond the Mind, the Heartbeats, and Releasing Alliances. So release will be a theme for the week anyway, because we have a full moon, and full moons are all about releasing. That is part of their energetics. And with the beyond the mind, the heart beats, it's really asking you to step out of that mind space, out of that worry and panic and everything that keeps us anxious and stuck in our heads, and really leaning into the heart space, really bringing your energy and your focus downwards to your heart chakra, and let that guide you. The heartbeat, tune into it. Like, what's your heart saying? How does it feel? Like, quite literally tune into your heart. Is your heartbeat erratic? Is it slow? Is it fast? Like, actually take wisdom from how your heart is beating at a real physical level, and then also at a energetic level. What's it telling you? Because it is guiding you, and it wants to be listened to this week. Out of the mind, into the heart. Listen to the heart. And then with releasing alliances, it's this, like, there's this figure here, and it almost feels like she's ready to unfurl. She's ready to, like, really come to light, really come into herself. But there's this, just like, she's holding. And this releasing aspect of, like, this release here feels very tender and soft and loving. Just releasing what doesn't serve you. Releasing negative thoughts, releasing negative ways of being. So positive affirmations could really help you this week, and really, like, soft, tender, loving touch to self. Hug yourself. Remind yourself you're beautiful. Remind yourself that you are a worthy human being. Remind yourself of your, like, beauty. Remind yourself of your powers, your strengths, whilst also giving tender, loving, unconditional love to your flaws and the things that make you weak. And I'm doing air quotes here because our weaknesses are just there to teach us. So just, this is really soft, tender, loving energy really coming through for you. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Ooh. Okay, so we have here the Five of Wands in the reverse, the Queen of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords in the upright, and the Six of Wands in reverse. The Five of Wands is a card that is all about, in the reverse, that is all about conflict avoidance. Like, avoiding getting into arguments, avoiding getting into disagreements, avoiding competitions, avoiding that tension that comes with that. And actually really leaning in to peace. This is why so much softness is coming through. Releasing the need to be right, releasing the need to compete with your peers or people within whatever work realm you do that are, you know, your competition, air quotes again, because we don't need to compete with each other. There's space for us all. And just really taking a step back from anything that has that, like, fighting, strifing, aggressive energy this week. Find your peace, find your heart, find that center, and just be with that. Let the chaos unfold around you if you need to, but you don't need to play a part in it. You don't need to add to it. We have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, and this talks about an imbalance. It talks about an imbalance in potential work or family or your commitments. It's just an unsturdy queen. She's not on her throne. She's not in her power. And this is what it's asking you to do, to take a step back, because all of this is throwing you off. And the more you tune into your heart, the more you can bring yourself stability and a groundedness that will help the Queen of Pentacles, like, clamber back around and get her throne in the upright position. Interesting that she has this full moon depiction behind her head there. And we do have a full moon this week, which is about release. So aspects of this could also be throughout the week. This is what's the encouragement, but also just in general, finding a way to release yourself from these ways of being, full stop, as a lesson, so that in future you don't enter into disagreements or conflict or tension and competition in ways that you have been. So it's like a deeper lesson this week with it. Because we have the Seven of Swords here, and this is a card that talks about stealth. It is a card that is like, there's a Cunning Mr. Fox, if you ever read Roald Dahl, was the type of energy the Seven of Swords brings. There's transformation here because we've got these butterflies. Butterflies are all about transforming. And there's this element of seeing things in a whole new way. And she's putting down the swords. And even if the swords are a block, it's just like she's just sat in her transformation, in her knowing, in seeing things in a whole new way, and knowing that that will be the way that she's guided forwards, or he, you, them, they, whatever, are guided forwards. We have the Six of Wands here in the reverse. And this is a card in the upright that is very much about public recognition and victory and success. And with these two, 5 then 6 as well, journey, in the reverse, the energy really feels as in like, it's this taking a step back and knowing your powers within. It's not in the praise you get. It's not in winning. It's not in screwing someone over and winning. You know, you don't have to win the competition. You don't have to have the last word. You don't have to come out on top, because all you have to have is this like knowing within that you have that belief in self within, that confidence with self within, to know that you don't have to trample over other people or win the argument or whatever it may be to rise up. So this inward, really soft, gentle, like Mother Mary, mother, unconditional love, nourishment energy coming through for you this week, which is really lovely. Like for me, the energy it's giving me right now that I'm sitting in is beautiful. So like really go with it. Let's get another card for you. Breaking free. Releasing alliances and breaking free. Into this figure kind of being born here, a whole new way of being, free from the mental strife and anxieties that all of this brings. So truly some heart meditation, centering in that space will be really beneficial to help ground you this week and bring you back down to earth and give you levels of security, help you get this Queen of Pentacles back in the upright. We also have full moon in Gemini, and then the first quarter moon. So the answers you need are coming, and they are, and we're trusting in this. We also have a full moon this week. It is in Aries, not in Gemini, but with this Gemini of this card, Gemini being the twins, there's this like tapping into like the feeling that like tapping into that other space, especially with this like conflict and the way of seeing things differently. It's like if you imagine the like if we've got a good twin and a bad twin, you know, the two faces, it's asking you to put down that competitive, stronger, I must win, that more aggressive face, tuning into this softer face. Soft, soft, soft this week. This will give you the answers that you desire. It will help you break free. It will help you release. And then with this, the first quarter moon, your commitment is being tested. Your commitment to your truth at your heart, in the way your heart beats, is being tested. Can you lean into the truth of your heart? Can you lean into the truth of your soul, the truth of who you are? Put down the weapons. Put down the need to like be on top, and just actually tap into the truth of your heart. So that is a big like soul push this week into your softness, which is your strength. It's all of our strengths. Some more cards for you. So we have Reishi, retreat into that softness. Reishi being a mushroom that is all about the heart. Reishi is really good to take. So you could actually, like, if you have the ability to buy or utilize Reishi in a real way, it's really good for anxiety, really good to take you out of the mind and center you into the heart. It's really calming. It's just heart-based. It is beautiful. It's really softening mushroom. So I very much recommend. And then this retreat with this little sleepy bear there. Take that step back. We do not need the push this week. Interesting double mushroom coming through. We've got cordyceps, because this retreat is about your revival. It's about your uplifting. And cordyceps it's got a much more of a pushy energy. I used to take it in regards to trying to be more active at the gym. But it's about this rising up of your soul, of your spirit, with the eagle depicted here. The eagle flies above, sees it all, great spirit. So it's really, there's such a soul connection this week. Breaking free from this very 3D reality push with the conflict in your life and tapping back into your soul, your heart, into your magic. Ginseng, the magician. This rising up so that you can be like reborn in your power as the wise sage, the magician. And the magician, the magician in tarot, he can manifest, he is abundant, he has all the resources, he has the power, he is inspired. So this is truly about getting you into a PowerPoint, but what Spirit is saying, soften into your heart and really listen, and you'll actually rise up into the power that you're probably trying to strive for and fight for here, but you're getting nowhere that way. It's not serving you. So let's try a new way, whole new way of being. See if there's any practical things to come through for you this week. We have the sun and we have a cup of tea. If you're interested in herbal blends, I have a blend called Soul, which is sun. It is a tea blend that is to help invigorate, it is to help tap you into your divine masculine, and there's definitely an uprising of your divine masculine here with the magician rising up here, that masculine figure. And with the cup of tea coming out, it's a beautiful tea that you can use in ritual. So if you're interested, please reach out. But anyway, side note, that butterfly coming through again here of that transformation. So really the sun, healing energy, happiness, comfort and joy. Finding that source of light within at your heart so it can start to glow and be bright. It's like the clouds parting is how it's kind of showing me. To give you that healing energy, to retreat, to revive. And with that cup of tea, the patience and reassessment, that retreat aspect. Take the time, take a moment, spend some time. Like in ritual, tea can be a ritual, which is why I recommend like herbal blends with energetics, especially because from the moment you boil the kettle, like you can start that ritual of the energy you want to call it in or the energy you want to shift within your being, and then spend some time, like hold the cup of tea, smell it, tune into it, drink it with purpose. It becomes a ritual and it's beautiful. So just allowing this softness this week, whatever brings you softness, I fully recommend. It will really help you. But this is about your breaking free. And in your breaking free of the way you've been doing things and this push, you're actually going to rise up in the ways you want to. So really trust it. Trust in the rhythm of your heart. I will leave it there for you, pile 2. Please comment. I love hearing from you. It always brings me joy. Like, share, subscribe, do all of those things. I truly appreciate it. And if you would like to reach out for a one-to-one reading or for a soul herbal blend, then please do. And I'll see you in my next reading. Pile 3, if you picked, just to hit the thing, if you picked this, the Witch's Garden Tarot, I think it is. It's always in the description box below if you ever want to know. Let's see what Spirit has to say for you. We're going to start with an oracle card and then we'll move across to the tarot. What's this week saying for you? She feels, she knows. So tap into your feelings this week. Tap into your inner waters. Tap into your heart space to get that wisdom. She feels, she knows, and then she moves with confidence. We've got the peacock feather here, and peacocks are all about that self-confidence and that brewing like fire within. But it's coming from absolute certainty because you just know that intuitive space. She feels, she knows, it balances her with the 2-2, and then she can move forwards. Let's see what the tarot has to say for you. Ooh. So definitely a bit of scattered energy. I don't know which way that came out, so I'm just going to do a really simple trick. There we go. Yeah, it's all about balance this week for you, as the Two of Pentacles is in the reverse, which is a card that's saying that there is a lack of balance. Pentacles is the earth element, so it's our very worldly way of being. And there is disorganization, there's chaos, there's imbalance, there's disarray. And what it's saying is step out of the chaos of the 3D world, that 3D reality, because, you know, we are muggles and it's confusing and it's all hard work. If you tap into your inner worlds, that inner knowing, it can just guide you forwards and bring you levels of peace. Because at the moment, with this lack of balance, it's also preventing you from manifesting and starting something new. And this gives us it's a very uncomfortable feeling, because it can feel like we are losing opportunities, or it's like this want to push forwards and we just can't. We do have the Tower, and the Tower's no bad. The Tower is not bad. It's in the reverse, and this is a card that is all about your personal transformation. The Tower is all about personal transformation. The Tower needs to crumble to build a solid foundation, and there's imbalance, a block, and then this like resistance to the Tower crumbling and burning that will build a solid foundation. So you've got like a lot of resistance here, and it all feels very worldly. Whether it's like, I must do, or I'm being told to do this by my boss, or I must have this completed, or blah, 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 like whatever it is. And sorry, not to blah, 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 blah you, but like, it's just saying, like, just take a step back from the chaos of that 3D reality and into your feels, into your heart space this week. It will really help you. Because the cups is water, the Four of Cups that we have here. And it's in the upright. And this is a card that is saying we need to contemplate, we need to meditate, we need to take some time to reevaluate. Go inwards so we can see the opportunity that will actually land. But in taking this step back, and with these 3 cups, I'm getting this, taking the step back from these 3 things, from the imbalance and the chaos, from this wanting to start something or wanting to push forward to something and the block that's there, and from the like inevitable like personal transformation and change that's here that we're kind of resisting, fear of change, resisting the change that's here. Take a moment, spend some time witnessing these things, go into the feels of it, into the water, and like spend time looking at it, evaluate it, meditate on it. Look at why things are so imbalanced. Look at why there's a block. Look at why you're trying to avert disaster that is going to happen, because it's a Tower card, it's major arcana. It will happen, it has to. It's like divine chaos. Spend some time looking at them so you can make your peace with them. So you can find a softness in it, so you can find an understanding in it. And in doing so, you will then be able to find that peace, because she looks all sad and stuff looking at those cups. So there's levels of working through this. And then in that, you'll find peace. With that peace, you become unhunched. She'll unfurl from it, and she will be able to look up and be like, oh, look at this opportunity. Look at this cup right there that I just didn't see. So take a step back this week. Spend some time and just witness everything. So like a downtime week. Sanctuary, yes. Go into your sanctuary. Find your sanctuary. Be in your sanctuary. Go into your cave, retreat. But not just retreat and avoid. Retreat and look. Retreat and witness. Retreat and pay attention. No hiding, but finding sanctuary. Let's see what else wants to come forward to you. Pile 3 for the week ahead. Surrender to the divine, the full moon. We have a full moon this week, so which are all about releases, surrendering to the divine. Like I said, with this Tower moment, it's inevitable. So just really allowing whatever needs to unfold and being with it, witnessing it. No hiding, finding sanctuary. You're very close to achieving your goal with the gibbous moon. This will help you move forwards. This will give you more offerings. This will assist you. This will not hold you back. If you're like, I've got to push, I have to push, because I have to do this, I need to achieve this, whatever it may be. It's going, no, you actually get closer to it if you take a moment to pause, to surrender, and trust in the process, get into your feels, regain balance. We also have Milk Thistle, Peaceful Warrior, Blue Lotus, Intuition, which is that she feels, she knows. And then we have 𝐿𝐿𝐴𝐺𝐿𝐴, I can't talk, Transfiguration, with the 2-2 again here. So we've got this Milk Thistle, this peaceful warrior element coming through. Allow yourself to cry, message coming through. Allow it, soft, tender, finding sanctuary, finding peace. Quiet time, journaling, meditation, walks in nature, things without distraction. So don't go for some alone time and then put a podcast on your headphones or watch TV or even like read a book. Nothing wrong with any of those things. It's just saying actually spend time with self and tune into your heart to find peace. Because then we have the Blue Lotus here. This filling of this cup to be offered to you so it can flow out. Intuition. She feels, she knows. That is your intuition we spoke about at the beginning. And it's about this finding balance, which is so needed. 2-2, 2-2, all of this lack of balance there. Needing balance because we've got the moon and then the sun, the masculine and the feminine. The ultimate in like the two that need to be balanced for us all. And then we have this, I'm not going to try and say that word again, but we have Transfiguration. And look at this tower that's repeating, because this is the Tower card. It's reconfirming that you cannot avoid the Tower. Because in the reverse, there's this avoidance of it. There's this fear of it. We're trying to avert the disaster. With it coming through, there's this like, essentially, it's going to give you the strength to allow the Tower moment to come. But in allowing it to come, in trusting in yourself, in building that strength within and that softness within, when the upheaval and the chaos and the awakening occurs, you're going to trust in it. You're going to see that tower on fire and be like, yep, you need to crumble because I want that solid foundation. Because the card after that is the Star, which is all about hope, faith renewed. So really trust in this. For what you will do this week will set yourself up to really be able to move through the Tower moment with greater strength and security and trust. We have altar. Please build an altar this week. If you don't already have one, if you have one, edit it. We've got a full moon, so, you know, release off and, you know, make yourself a new one. Releasing burdens and gratitude, it says. But build an altar space. Anything can go on it. Whatever you want can go on it. I recommend things that will be balanced. Make a balanced altar. Make sure it's balanced one side to the next. You could put a sun and a moon on it or something to represent the sun and the moon. But however, and that's not, you don't have to, it's just a recommendation, whatever works for you. But building an altar that is going to be linked to trust and peace and sanctuary and balance. And then we also have the moon, phases, cycles, and intuition coming through again. So really leaning into your intuition, that feminine for your transformation. Trust in, like, there are phases. This is life. There are cycles. So trust in this. Full moons are all about peak energy. That's, the moon has been growing in light and it peaks off. It releases and then it's going to start to dissipate into darkness. And it's trusting in that. When we follow the cycles, we learn to trust the cycles of life and life and death. Everything has to die. The moon teaches it to us every single month when it disappears, like it's dying, and then comes back and then disappears. So looking into moon cycles, if you know nothing about them, may potentially help you. I would recommend that also. Right, I will leave it there for you, pile 3. Please comment. I love hearing from you. It always brings me joy. Like, share, subscribe to all of those things. And if you'd like to reach out for a one-to-one reading, my details are in the description box below, and I will see you in my next reading.